Welcome to our programming channel. Today we are going to see CRUD operations in connected architecture or CRUD operations using connected architecture, and this will be the example. Now we can see no records found in the table. So first we will add or insert record. So and click on insert button. Now here we can see message record inserted successfully, and we can see current record in grid view. And if we select the record, we can see record with orange color and all the data of selected record in text boxes. And we want to insert another record. So here click on new button. Now text boxes are cleared, and click on insert. Record inserted successfully, and in this way we can insert or add any number of records. And if we want to update this record, we can select this record, and here quantity 2, unit L or liter 85, and now click on update button, and here we can see record updated successfully. And here we can see this second record of Mountain Dew is updated. And if we select again and click on delete button, we can see this confirmation message box. Are you sure you want to delete? And if we click on cancel button, now record is not deleted. And if we want to clear these text boxes, then we can click on new button. And again, if we select this record and if we click on delete button, are you sure you want to delete? If we click on OK, then number of records deleted is equal to 1 of quantity 2. So this will be the example. So let's see the example or code of the example. Database is CRUD connected DB, and name of the table is cold drink, and columns are ID, name, quantity, unit, price, container, and data type of quantity is float, and data type of price is int. Data type of ID is int with primary key and identity 11. Select this and execute. Now query executed successfully. Table is created. So this is the table, and now we will insert these records in the table. So these are the records in the table. New project, ASP.NET Web Application. CRUD in connected architecture. Click on OK. Select empty. Right click, add new item, web form, web form 1, add, insert table. Here we can see 6 columns. So we will take 7 rows and 1 row for buttons and 3 columns. OK. Select the table and align. Justify center. ID. So here ID, then Control C, Control V, name, then here quantity, Control V, paste. And here colon, align center, copy this and paste here, here, and select this column and align center. And now we need text boxes, text boxes, set same width of text boxes, suppose 195 pixels here also. So set same width of text boxes, or we can take width according to our choice for each text box. And here we will take buttons. So here select with control key, right click, modify, then merge cells, enter. First we will give proper names, that is proper IDs for these text boxes. txt id, txt name, txt quantity, txt unit, txt price, txt container. We are taking 3 buttons. Text of first button insert, id, btn insert, text of second button update and id, btn update, text of third button delete and id, btn delete. And now we are taking grid view control. Now right click and view code. First we will create connection string. String strcon is equal to data source is equal to, right click here and connect. This is the server name. Copy this, Control C and Control V, semicolon, initial catalog is equal to database name. So select this, Control C or right click and copy, Control V or paste, then semicolon. So CRUD connected DB, semicolon, integrated security is equal to SSPI, and here we can give dot also, and here instead of SSPI we can give true also. Now this is the connection string and we are storing this connection string in this string variable strcon. Now we are taking using block. So using, here we need namespace using system.data.sql client, and now using SQL connection con is equal to new SQL connection. So this is the SQL connection class and this is the object of this class con, and here we have to write connection string, but here we have stored this connection string in this variable strcon. So we are writing here strcon. First we are writing query string query is equal to select star from cold drink. SQL command class, and this is object of SQL command class cmd obj is equal to new SQL command. We will initialize this object with this query and this object of SQL connection class. So query comma con. First we will open the connection, so con.open. For reading the records from the table, we are using SQL data reader. So SQL data reader class and object of this class dr is equal to cmd obj.execute reader. So here result of this select query will be stored in SQL data reader object dr. If there are records or rows in the table, then those records will display in grid view. If dr has rows, we are taking as rows method. If there are rows or records in the table, then gridview1.dataSource is equal to dr and gridview1.dataBind. This is important, otherwise records will not display. And if there are no rows or records in the table, then else gridview1.visible is equal to false, and we are taking one label. Label1.text is equal to label1.text is equal to no records found in the table. And after finishing our work, we close the connection. So con.close. This is using block. If we forget to close the connection with close method, that is, we forget to write this con.close, then this using block will automatically close the connection. This is the benefit of this using block. Now see the output on web browser or Google Chrome. We can see all the records. We get all the 5 records from the table cold drink in grid view. And suppose if we delete all the records, now there is no any record in table and table is empty. So dr dot has rows is equal to false, and now grid view 1 dot visible false, then no records found in the table and connection close. We cannot see grid view and we get this message, no record found in the table. And if again we can add all the records, if we add all the records, then here we can see these IDs are changed. So drop the table and again create the table and insert the rows, and now if we see, we get all the records like previous. And now if we again see here, if dr dot has rows, this condition becomes true, then grid view 1 dot data source is equal to dr grid view 1 dot data bind. All the records will display in this grid view. Connection close, and now we can see all the records and label 1. Label 1 dot visible is equal to false, and here label 1 dot visible is equal to true. Now here we can see label, and if there are no records, then no records found in the table. And if there are records, then we can see all the records in grid view. So now we will try to select the record and try to display selected record in these text boxes. This is connected architecture because for reading records we are using SQL data reader object or data reader object. When we perform read operation, at that time we are opening the connection, and after performing read operation we are closing the connection. And if we comment this con.open, now connection is not open or connection is closed. So we can see system.invalid operation exception. Execute reader requires an open and available connection. The connection's current state is closed. In connected architecture, connection must be open. So this is the connected architecture. So the connection must be open while performing database operation. When we will select row in the grid view, then all the data, that is ID, name, quantity, from the selected row will display in these text boxes. So for selecting row, select events of grid view 1 and then select row data bound and double click. So now we get row data bound event for grid view 1. And now e dot row type is equal to data control row type dot data row, and this line is important. E dot row dot attributes in bracket on click is equal to page dot client script dot get post back client hyperlink, and in bracket grid view 1 comma select dollar plus e dot row index. So this line is important and write this line as it is. E dot row dot tooltip is equal to click to select this row, and now if we click on any row in grid view, or if we click on grid view, then now we can see invalid postback or callback argument. Page enable event validation is equal to true. We get this kind of error. So to remove this error, click on source, and in first line page language is equal to C sharp. In this line, enable event validation is equal to select here false. And now And now here we can see, click to select this row, and if we click on any row, we can see here page is refreshing, means we can able to select the row. Now we need another event, selected index changed. Double click. Now we get selected index changed event of grid view 1. Grid view row is equal to grid view 1 dot selected row. So here we can take a row, or here we can take selected row, so S row. So here we are taking S row. S row dot cells in bracket 0 dot text. So here 0 index, and then text name dot text is equal to S row dot cells in bracket 1 dot text. Like this, for all text boxes we will write the code. Quantity, control Z, quantity. Here also control Z, unit, control Z, price, and here control Z, container, and here indexes are 1, then here for quantity 2, and for unit 3, for price 4, and then for container 5. And now if we select record in grid view, then we can see ID, name, quantity, all the data of this row in text boxes. Then if we select Pepsi, we get all the data. Then if we select Mirinda, enter, and this line is important, and if we comment this line, now we cannot able to select. So this line is very important. e dot row dot attributes on mouse over is equal to this dot style dot background color is equal to orange. Copy this line and paste, and instead of mouse over, mouse out, color yellow. And now this is mouse over of fifth row and mouse out of fifth row. This is mouse over of first row and mouse out of first row. Second row also orange with mouse over and yellow with mouse out. Like this, we cannot get all the rows yellow. We can see rows orange due to mouse over and yellow due to mouse out, and only those rows seems yellow and other rows seems white. Or for each grid view row in grid view 1 dot rows, if row dot row index is equal to grid view 1 dot selected index row dot back color is equal to system dot drawing dot color dot orange, row dot tooltip is equal to string dot empty, and in else block copy the same code, row dot back color is equal to system dot drawing dot color dot yellow, and tooltip here also we can give click to select this row. Here also we can give tooltip, and now this is the code. Now comment this previous code, and now this is the new code. And if we see in browser or Google Chrome, in previous code we saw row orange with mouse over and same row yellow with mouse out, and rows without mouse over and mouse out were with white color. if we click any row, now selected row with orange color and all other rows are with yellow color. And if we select any row, now we can see first row with orange color and all other rows with yellow color. And here we are getting data of selected row in text boxes. So in this way we can see colors in grid view now. Now first we will write code for update button. Double click on this button, then we get click event for this button and copy this connection string and using block and paste int id is equal to txtid.text and convert this into integer. Convert to int 32. String query is equal to update code ring. Set name is equal to copy this txt name dot text, then quantity unit paste txt quantity dot text, then unit txt unit dot text, then price txt price dot text, then container is equal to txt container dot text, where id is equal to and this variable id. Now copy this line and paste here. This is SQL command class and object is cmdobj, and we have initialized this object with query and connection object con. Then connection must be open. So con.open cmd obj dot execute non-query, and we are storing the result of update query in integer variable updated row. Currently we are updating only one record, so this variable is not necessary. So response dot write record updated successfully, and after performing update operation we will close the connection. So con dot close, and now we will see in web browser or in Google Chrome. If we change, instead of bottle, if we give here bottles and click on update, we can see here only bottle, and we can see the message record updated successfully, but here in grid view we cannot see change. If we refresh, then we can see record is updated, and here we can see bottles. As soon as we update the record, then we must able to see the change in grid view. We are taking new method read records and select this code and cut or control X and paste or control V and call this method in page load event, and similarly call this method in code of update button or in click event of update button. And now if we select the same record and if we give here can, and if we update the record, now here we can see record is updated in grid view also, and here we can see can, but here we are not changing the ID. And after updating the record, all the text boxes should be cleared. So now we are taking new method clear text. Copy these text boxes and paste here. And here empty double quotes or empty and semicolon, and paste this. And call this clear text method in code of update button or in click event of update button. And here txt id enabled is true. Now enable must be false. So select false. And now if we see in Google Chrome, we are changing this record, but we can change any record. We are giving price 100 and quantity if we give here 3. So here quantity must be 3 and price must be 100. ID is displaying, but we cannot able to make any changes here. And if we click on update, now here we can see quantity is 3 and price is 100. Again, if we change here in Fanta, if we give here bottles instead of bottles, then bottles record updated successfully and all the text boxes are cleared now. If we not select any record and click on update button and try to update the record, then we can see exception input string was not in correct format. So we can get this kind of exception. So to avoid this kind of problems, if txt_id.text is not equal to blank or empty, then record will save. Else response.write record not updated. If we not select any record and directly click on update button and try to update the record, then txtid.text is not equal to imp, then record not updated. Record not updated, and again, and if we select the record, then here if we change the here, then only record updated, and here we can see price is equal to 101 or 101, and record updated successfully. So this is the code for update button, and now we will see code for delete button. Now we will write code for delete button. Double click on this delete button. Now we get click event of this delete button. Copy all the code of update button and paste. All the code will be same. We will change the query. Instead of update query, we will write query for delete. Delete from cold drink where id is equal to, and this variable id. We are taking integer variable deleted row, and this is integer variable, so convert into integer. So convert to int 32. Instead of record updated, number of records deleted, and this variable deleted row of id is equal to this variable id, and here also record not deleted. Select this and now click on delete. Then we can see number of records deleted is equal to 1 of id 5, and here we cannot see record with id 5, and here also text boxes are cleared now. If we see in browser or Google Chrome, Now we have not selected any record. If there is no record selected and if we click on delete button, then we can see record not deleted. And if we delete Pepsi, then we can see number of records deleted is equal to 1 of ID 3, and in grid view we cannot see record with ID 3 of Pepsi. We have deleted record with specific ID. ID is always unique, so only one record is deleted. But suppose if we want to delete more than one record, then data type of price is int. So txt price dot text, and here price is equal to, and here variable price with small p, and this variable price, and here also of price, and here variable price. Now we can see thumbs up with price 38 and Fanta with price 38. So if we select Fanta, now we are deleting record with price, means we are deleting record with price 38. These are two records with price 38. So if we click on delete, and if we click on delete, now here we can see deleted row is equal to 0, and now deleted row is equal to 2 and price 38. Here deleted row 2 and price 38. So now we cannot see record of Fanta and record of thumbs up. Two records are deleted, so number of records deleted is equal to 2 and price is equal to 38. In this way, this deleted row is useful because we can delete more than one record. We can delete 2 records, 3 records, 5 records, any number of records. So if we delete 5 records, then 5 will be displayed. So deleted row variable is useful. Data type of quantity is float. We are taking variable qty, and here txt quantity. Data type is float, so Suppose if we take here float, so here if we try to see convert to float, then we cannot see float. We can see to decimal, to double, and to int. So here we can take double, and here also to double. Price is equal to this variable qty. Here quantity and variable qty, this variable qty, and here also quantity with this variable qty. And now if we select Mirinda, quantity is 3. If we give here quantity 3.5 and update, so here we can see for Mirinda quantity is 3.5 now. And if we click on delete, here we can see quantity 3.5, and here deleted row is equal to 0, deleted row is equal to 1, deleted row is equal to 1, and quantity is equal to 3.5. And now here we can see number of records deleted 1 of quantity 3.5, record of Mirinda deleted. And now if we select this record and delete this record, now quantity is 2.50. Now here we can see quantity 2.50, deleted row is equal to 0. Now deleted row is equal to 1. Here we can see deleted row 1 and quantity 2.50. Number of records deleted 1 of quantity 2.50. In this way, we can delete records according to our requirement. Now we will see code for insert button. Double click on this insert button. Now we get click event of insert button. Copy the code of update button and paste. So this is the code for insert. Now all the things will be same. Instead of update query, the query will be insert query or query for insert. So here we have name, quantity, unit, price, container. So insert into code ring. Name, quantity, unit, price, container, name, quantity, unit, price, container. Values, no need of ID. This is the code for insert button. If we click insert, record not updated. Suppose if we give here A and try to insert record, then also record not updated. So here instead of txt id, here we can give txt name, and here also txt name, and data type of name is varchar 50. So here string and string name. We are taking variable with small letter name. Here convert to string. So here it is not necessary to take variable. So we are not taking any variable. We just check name is blank or name is present. If text box of name is not empty, then record will insert. Otherwise record will not insert. So now if we try to insert blank record, then this condition is false. Txt name dot text is not empty or blank. So record not updated. Here record not inserted. And here also record inserted successfully. And here record not inserted. And now if we try to insert blank record, record not inserted. And now if we give here 7up 2.25 L 82 bottle, click on insert. Txt name.text is not equal to blank or empty, then this query, select query. So here we can see query insert into cold drink, name, quantity, unit, price, container, values 7up 2.25 L 82 bottle. Record inserted successfully. Currently, we have seen that we have inserted one record, but that record was not displayed in grid view. And if we see again, we can see inserted record in grid view now. So when there is no any record in the table, or when table is empty, at that time when we insert first record, that record is not displaying or showing in grid view. So in read records, grid view is not showing. So here grid view 1 dot visible is equal to true. And now we can see this record in grid view. And again if we select this record and delete this record, now we can see number of record deleted is equal to 1, of quantity 2.25, no records found in the table. And now again if we insert same record or new record, to avoid confusion we are inserting new record. And now click on insert button. Now inserted record is visible or displayed in grid view. When we have deleted record and there was message no record found, at that time table was empty. In that case, when we insert first record, that inserted record was not showing in grid view after insertion. This was the problem. That record was displayed in grid view when we run the project again. But our main problem is solved now. So after insertion, first record is displaying in grid view now. Suppose we select this record to update or to delete. We have selected the record, but we don't want to update or delete the record. And now we want to insert new record. But we can see these text boxes are not empty. For inserting record, text boxes must be empty or text boxes must be cleared. But we can see these text boxes with data. And if we refresh the page, even though there is data and text boxes are not cleared. If we click on insert button, then we can see same record is inserted. So to avoid this, if we select record or if we select this record and now if we want to insert new record, we need one extra button. If we click on that button, these text boxes will be cleared and we can able to insert new record. So now we are taking new button. We are taking new button. Text is new and ID is BTN new. And double click on this button. In click event of this button, clear text method. Because of this method, text boxes will be cleared. Now if we select this and now if we want to insert new record, then we can click on new button. So these text boxes are cleared now and we can insert new record easily. Click on insert button. Now if previous record is selected, then without repeating that record, we can insert new record easily. Number of records deleted is equal to 3 of quantity 300. But we want at least one record, so text boxes are cleared, so no necessary to click new button. Click on insert. Now first we will insert new record. Now we can see record inserted successfully and new record in grid view. Now if we select this record and if we click on delete button, we can see record is directly deleted, but we don't want to delete the record directly, so we want some confirmation before delete the record. Select this delete button and in source here on client click return confirm in round bracket are you sure you want to delete question mark, and here single quote complete and close round bracket. In design, now if we select this record and click on this delete button, we can see this confirmation message box. Are you sure you want to delete? And if we click on cancel, then code of delete is not executed. Again click on delete and click on OK. Then code of delete is executed. Now number of records deleted is equal to 1. Of quantity is equal to 750. No records found in the table. Now grid view is at left side. We want this grid view in the center of this form, just below this table. So select this grid view, click on source and select horizontal align is equal to select center. And if we see in design, now grid view is in the center position of this form, just below this table. And now also we want this label in the center of this form. So here with spacebar or tab key, and now this label is also in the center position of this form. In this project we have used SQL data reader, and here we are reading records and displaying records in grid view. But before reading operation, we can see connection open, and after reading or displaying operation or database operation, we can see connection close. In insert also, we can see connection open and connection close. In in update also, here connection open and connection close, and here also in delete also connection open, connection close. So while read and display, insert, update, delete, if we do not open the connection, then we get exception. In this way, connection must be open during database operations or CRUD operations, and also we have not used dataset, data table. So this project is example of CRUD operations in connected architecture or CRUD operations using connected architecture. That's all for CRUD operations in connected architecture or CRUD operations using connected architecture. In our channel, there are regular uploads of programming related videos. So for latest updates, please subscribe the channel and like and share videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.